Good morning, friends. See, this is third question. Only few questions are there. Let us finish this exercise. Okay. Third question is an analysis of monthly wages paid to workers in two firms A and B belonging to same industry gives the following results. Firm A and firm B, number of wages, mean monthly wages, variance of distribution of wages are given. Number of wages, number of workers, it seems, isn't it? Yes, number of workers, it is okay. Or number of earners. It is not wages, sorry. Number of workers. Okay, which firm A or B pays larger amount as monthly wages? Which firm A or B shows greater variability? These are the two questions. See here, mean of A and mean of B are same. X bar A is equal to X bar B is equal to 5253. The total amount paid for wages is asked. You are asked to compare. See, what is the question? Which firm pays more? Which firm pays more amount for wages, isn't it? So that means you have to find the number of. If the arithmetic means are different, you can directly. Okay, then also you have to find. If the numbers are same and arithmetic mean are different, then obviously the arithmetic mean which is larger gives the more amount for paying wages. Okay, but here arithmetic means are same, the number of workers are different. So you have to multiply number of workers in order to find the total amount paid for wages. So total amount paid for wages by firm A is 586 into average. Summation of x is equal to n into x bar. That formula I am using here. And 586 into 5253. Total amount paid for wages of firm B is 648 into 5253. As the number is more in firm B, clearly that indicates you need not even find the value of that by seeing only, because 5253 is common to both. So 642 is more means firm B pays larger amount as monthly wages. Part B. Which firm has greater variability in giving wages? For that, you have to variance of firm A and variance of firm B are given. Variance of A is 100 means standard deviation is 10. Variance of B is 121 means root of it is standard deviation B is 11. Since x bar of A and x bar of B is same, standard deviation of B is standard deviation of B is more than standard deviation of A. So B has greater variability in individual wages. If x bar A is not equal to x bar B, then you have to go for coefficient of variation. But here both are same, so it is enough if you compare the standard deviation of the two series. It is enough. Fourth one, the following is record of goals scored by team A. So number of goals, number of matches. The meaning of the table is, in one match there was 0 goals. In 9 match there are 1 goals, and in 7 matches 2 goals. Okay. For team B, mean or average goals is given by 2 and standard deviation is 1.25. You are asked to find which team is more consistent. So consistency is measured by its coefficient of variation. Whichever team having less coefficient of variation is regarded as more consistent in scoring. If the 2 or more teams having the average score same, then it is enough if you compare only standard deviations. For that, here we have to find mean and standard deviation of team A first. Okay, let us find that. So here these are x values. These are nothing but xi values, scores. And number of matches means this is nothing but f. So f and x 0, 9, 14, 15 and 12. What is this? 29 plus 9, 38 plus 2, 50. What is this? 10, 25. So mean, average, score for team A is x bar A is equal to 2. Okay. Now standard deviation, or you can find, is 1 by, you can use both the formulas. Okay, 1 by n into summation of fx square minus x bar square, or 1 by n square n into this much, both you can use. Okay, x bar square under root. So this is 1 by 25 summation fx square you have to find here. For that, so x into fx, you have to multiply these two columns. 0 into 0 is 0, 1 into 9 is 9, 2 into 14 is 28, 3 into 15 is 45, 4 into 48, 12 is 48. So you have to multiply these two. Okay. So what is the sum? This is this is 17 plus 5, 22 plus 8, 30. 3, 5 plus 8 is 130. So 130 minus 2 squared under root. So this will be is equal to 25, 125, 5 point, how much? 5.1 by 5, 5.2 it is, minus 4. So square root of 1.2. Square root of 1.2 is 1.1 is, so something 1.09, because 1.1 is 1.21, so slightly less than this. See, arithmetic mean, since x bar A and x bar B is equal to 2, This is same in both the cases. Standard deviation of A is 1.25. Standard deviation of team B is 1.09. Standard deviation of B is less than standard deviation of A. So team B is, therefore team B shows more consistency in scoring. See, fifth question is, some data is given, sum of the x values, sum of the squared values of x, sum of the squares of x values. Similarly, sum of y, sum of y squares are given. Total number of values considered is also given. You are asked to find which is more varying, x or y. It is the question. See, for that you have to find x bar, y bar, variance of x, variance of y, standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y, coefficient of variation of x, coefficient of variation of y. Okay, let us find x bar. X bar is summation of x by n 212 divided by 50. That leads to 4.24. You once again work out is, okay, verify by calculator. Y bar is equal to summation y by n, that is 261 by 50, 5.22. Variance of x is 1 by n into summation x square minus x bar whole square. Summation x square is 902.8 divided by 50, 18.056 minus 4.24 whole square, that is 17.9776. You will get 0.07. Similarly, variance of y is 1 by n into summation y square minus y bar square. That leads to 1.90 something. You got it. You just substitute and calculator work it is. You will get standard deviation of x as 0.26, 0.26. Standard deviation of y is 1.37. As x bar and y bar are different, you have to go for coefficient of variation. Yes, coefficient of variation of x and coefficient of variation of y. Coefficient of variation of x is standard deviation of x by x bar into 100. Coefficient of variation for y is standard deviation of y by y bar. It is not x bar, sorry. This is y bar into 100. If you substitute, you will get 6.13. You have to write percentage because you have multiplied here by 100. It is a coefficient of variation is always expressed in percentages. Okay, as you are multiplying this by 100. So, since conclusion you have to write coefficient of variation of A, which is more, is less than coefficient of variation for B. Series X is more consistent. X is more consistent. So that completes 15.3. Only 5 examples were there. One example was by mistake not completed on student that Kaushik told me to solve that. Find mean and variance for the first 10 multiples of 3. Mean and variance of first 10 natural numbers, you know, n square minus 1 by 10, 12 is mean. N plus 1 by 2 for that is mean. Variance is n square minus 1 by 12. But it is multiple of 3 means 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 and 30. Okay. What is x bar here? X bar is summation x by n. N is 10. Summation x, if you compute 165, it is 165 or 16.5. Now variance is equal to 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square, that is x minus x bar whole square, or you can write x square minus 1 by n into summation x square minus x bar whole square, that formula also. So if you find this 16.5 now, so 3 minus 16.5 whole square is equal to much, then okay, you write these values. If you find, the sum will be 742.5. So 1 by 10 into 742.5 or 74.25 it is. Okay, this is the answer. But without calculating, means directly if you apply the property of arithmetic mean and variance, then also you can find that. What is that property? See here. If x1, x2, so on up to xn are the values. Suppose this is replaced by x1 plus k, some constant, x2 plus k, so on up to xn plus k. Suppose you call it as y1, this as y2 and yn. Okay, then y bar will be what? X bar plus k. Remember, if each numbers observations are shifted by some constant, then the arithmetic mean of that value, suppose you minus this, y1 is x1 minus k, y2 is x2 minus k, yn is xn minus k, then you compute y bar, then that will be x bar minus k. Here you are sum, here we have taken the sum, so y bar is x bar plus k. The arithmetic mean also shifted by the same constant, and variance of y bar is y is same as variance of x. If you find variance of this and variance of this y's, x1 plus k, x2 plus k and so on, both remains the same. The variation will not change, variance will not change, whereas arithmetic mean is shifted by that constant. You got it? Similarly, if you multiply, suppose you define z1 as c into x1, z2 as c into x2, zn is suppose c into xn. Each number is multiplied by c. Then arithmetic mean of z is c into x bar. arithmetic mean is also multiplied by that one, and variance of z is c square into variance of x. This is very important property you have to remember, which is frequently asked in competitive exams. Okay, so by using this property, so or x bar is equal to 3 times sum of arithmetic mean of that is, wait 1 minute, each number is multiplied by this, isn't it? So how to write this? Okay, arithmetic mean is equal to 3 times arithmetic mean of 1 plus 2 so on up to 10, that is 3 into arithmetic mean of this is 1 plus 2 plus this, that means 10 plus 1 divided by 2, isn't it? Arithmetic mean of set of n natural number is n plus 1 by 2. So 55 by 33 by 2, that is 16.5, and variance is equal to, variance of x is equal to 3 square into variance of 1 plus 2 so on up to 10, because this, if you take 3 common, 1 plus 2 plus on up to 10, that is 9 into n square is 10 square minus 1 divided by 12. Then also if you compute, you will get 7.25. So this is by using the property, or you have to compute that by direct method. Now take one note. Okay, make an important note. If x1, x2 so on up to xn are replaced by y1, y2, yi and yn, where y1 is x1 plus k, y2 is x2 plus k, yi is xi plus k, yn is xn plus k. Okay, or you can write minus k, x1 minus k, or x2 minus k, xi minus k, xn minus k. Okay, then y bar is x bar plus k. If you take minus x bar minus k, okay, both, not simultaneously both, either one of them. If yi's are defined as xi minus k, then y bar will be x bar minus k. If yi are xi plus k, then y bar is x bar plus k. Okay, and variance of y is same as variance of x. If you plus or minus by a constant to each and every element of x, then variance of x and variance of y remain same. If you multiply each element by a constant, z1 is cx1, z2 is cx2, zi is cxi, zn cxn, then z bar is cx bar, and variance of z is c square x bar. C square variance of x, c square times variance of x. You got it? Please remember this. So this completes all the exercises. We have to consider miscellaneous examples in the next time, so that this unit completes. Next, let me know, shall I consider set theory and relation functions and trigonometric functions, or please let me know which chapter I have to select. You are having all the textbooks, and I mentioned the chapters or topic names to be discussed in this year. Okay. Okay, thank you.